All right, friends, it's T-Man. We're back again with another video on Greg Doucette. That's right, Greg Doucette. The gym, lifting, recruiting, fitness, gear slave himself, Greg Doucette, bro. We're going to react to this video. This crazy video, bro. So Greg Doucette says, first human study using my turkesterone, Turk Builder. Oh my God, I can't wait to hear this.
Coach Greg, and in today's video, the first ever human trial on Coach Greg's Turk
The first ever human trial. Okay.
Builder just came out.
Turk Builder just came out.
Can't wait for Greg Doucette's 10 rebuttal videos on why we should buy his Turk Builder anyway, in spite of what the study says. And so here's the thing. The study was bullshit. And so let me summarize what they used for the study. They used 25 participants, about half male, half female, and they took one pill a day for a month. And what did they use to measure a difference? Well, they used the in-body test. And so let me just spoil part of the findings. And so in the placebo group...
You know what's funny? I don't know any pills that could build a myofibrillar out of thin air. A muscle fiber. Do you know any pills that can build a muscle fiber? Because as far as I know, you still have to damage them to build them. They have to be damaged to reconstruct them. More of them, it has to be damaged, yeah. So I just don't understand this. How does a pill build a myofibrillar? How does it build sarcomeres in series and in parallel? Magically, you just take a pill that's like the magic beans, like Jack and the Beanstalk magic beans, or what is this?
The average person put on 1.4 kilograms of muscle in a month.
They put on 1.4 what kilograms of muscle in a month? A pill builds muscles? You don't have to damage your muscles anymore? This is amazing. You guys don't have to damage your muscles anymore, even though you're not damaging them. And if you were, you don't have to damage them anymore. You could take Greg's turkesterone and you're going to gain 4.2 kilograms of muscle in a month, bro.
Many people putting on so much muscle that even with steroids,
My God. Even with steroids, it's better than steroids.
Wouldn't have put on that much muscle. And so what chance did Turk Builder have? But remember, it's an in-body exam. It's not accurate. It's not even a DEXA scan, let alone an MRI. And what else did they do? Oh, they tested their grip strength. You know, don't train your grip and take one pill a day for a month, and let's see if...
You want to know what's funny? They can't distinguish sarcoplasmic hypertrophy from myofibrillar growth in a DEXA scan.
There's a statistically significant difference in a month. Listen, if they were giving testosterone 5 milligrams a day, guys, 5 milligrams of testosterone.
Have you ever heard of placebo? Sometimes, you know, people take things and then they just work harder. It's like when people take steroids, all of a sudden they start eating more that they've never eaten before. You know what I mean? Like, you literally have to put in the work if you want to build something. You know, you weren't putting it in before, and well, I found the magic pill, so I'm gonna have to eat more. Well, why didn't you eat more when you were working out? And why didn't you put in the effort when you were working out to damage and build more muscle?
Testosterone a day. Girls, 5 milligrams of testosterone a day. Do you really think their grip strength scores would have gone up in a month without training them? And would that have been enough to show a statistically significant difference in grit strength and muscle mass? Of course not. And so insert any muscle building supplement that you can think of. Testosterone, Anavar, creatine. And so in statistics, we call this a type 2 error. When the sample size is so small, then how could you expect to see a difference? And so my opinion is mine. I believe the study was done on purpose. On purpose to show that there would be no statistically significant difference. But why? Coach Greg? Why would they do that? Well, did you all know that this is the same guy that did a study previously saying that Ajuga turkestatica...
I love this one. A preliminary investigation turkesterone. It's not DECA.
doesn't work until we showed them.
I don't even know how steroids, a molecule, can build a myofibrillar magically out of thin air. Okay. Contractile proteins, yes.
That they had the copycat plan. The guy was hoping it was a scam because he always thought it was a scam, and so now he knows it's a scam. And so when this video comes out proving proving that it wasn't a scam, that the actual turkesterone wasn't turkesterone used in the study, do you think this guy is going to buy it? Or do you think he's going to say, oh, Coach Greg, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Somebody doesn't know what he's talking about. Somebody else will do a study proving him wrong. Sure. And so what you don't know...
Okay, man, this is really funny now. It's getting funny.
We've been chatting with Antonio behind the scenes, and Antonio, he requested that we pay him $200,000 to do this study. But we're thinking, yeah, but if we pay them the money, people are going to say, yeah, but it was funded by HCLT. And so what would they suggest? Well, you can give it to my charity. And so no one would know that HCLT is actually behind the study. And so Editor Steve was on a 90-minute phone call with Jose Antonio. No problem, I will help you. I'll help design the study. What do you need from me? We're all researchers, and so if you do and pay enough money, you can get what you want. And so imagine this. You pay $2 million, do the study over 20 times, and publish the results of the best time you did the study. Repeat it over and over, 20 times, and pick the best one. Wow, this time it really did work. It worked amazingly well. What do you think pharmaceutical companies do? You think they all have morals, ethics? Look at what's happened in the history of the world. OxyContin? Oh, that period of time when we had to wear a mask. Do you really trust the studies? You may or not know this, but Steve is a biostatistician, one of the best in the world. And so
Steve Doucette.
Steve answered the questions, and what do you think happened? Ignored all of it. Didn't do any of it. And let me read some of the receipts. You guys think that I don't come prepared? And so from Jose Antonio, hello, Steve. I appreciate the discussion. Off to a great start. I just wanted to let you know.
Jose Antonio. Okay, man.
That your critique of my study is not incorrect. And so for those of you with lower IQs like Togi, 79, not incorrect means it's correct. Now that we know that it was done wrong, well, we'll certainly do it right the second time. A follow-up study, which is exactly the study we're talking about right now, the follow-up study on trained males only. Trained males only. With a larger sample size is certainly a logical next step. And so he admits this. And so rather than using logic, he gets some girls and some boys. Does the test using an in-body. Oh, and grip strength. That'll do it. Does anyone think that if they did this study over 20 times over again, using creatine, I don't care at what dose, that there would be significant differences in placebo versus creatine group only. And so if you want to prove that a supplement doesn't work, well, call up Jose Antonio, because he's got the study designed for you. If you are interested in giving me, my team, advice on doing a study, feedback is always appreciated. However, unless there is funding for a subsequent study, there will always be issues regarding sample size, treatment duration, etc. Doing a study is challenging and costly, and some don't realize quite time-consuming. If we were to start a study today, and this is dated September 3rd, okay, September 3rd, it's October, November, December, January, February. So 5 months ago, this was written 5 months ago. If they started today, 5 months ago, it would be 9 to 12 months before we'd have data to analyze. Liar. He says it would take 9 to 12 months before they can analyze the data. Steve volunteered to help him, being a great researcher that he is. Does it really cost more money to get a homogeneous group than a heterogeneous group? How much more does it cost to get 25 volunteers who are males rather than half males and half females? How hard is that? Hey, we're looking for just males to do the study. We're looking for just females. It's not hard. And seeing as they took the pills one a day for a month, and there were 25 individuals, they need about 20 bottles at least. We combed through the purchase order. Remember, I came prepared. There were no orders of 20 for Turk Builder. Well, what if they ordered it separately? We gave for free 3 bottles to Jose Antonio. For free. Hey, try it out. See what you think of it. Maybe you'll like it. And lo and behold, he later bought 3 more. Last I checked, when you try something for free, and if you like it, you then buy it. And if you don't like it, probably not going to buy it. I mean, after all, would you continue to buy something that doesn't work? And so he tries it himself and continues to buy it. 3 bottles, not enough for a study. And we looked, what about his coworkers? What about his researchers? We scanned through the orders. I don't have any proof that they actually use our product, but even if they did, let's say they used Anavar. 10 milligram pills. Does anyone think that they would have had different results? Statistically significant. Remember, in the placebo group, getting the sugar pill, whatever, placebo group, the lean body mass increase on average about 1.4 kilograms. That's about 3 pounds of muscle in 4 weeks. And so how on earth could it be statistically significant? Well, I guess if it put on 20 pounds of muscle, and so maybe if they used tren in high doses, there would have been enough to prove that the grip strength went up as well as muscle mass went up more than the placebo group. And so he writes at the end of this interaction with Steve, if you are willing to fund a study, you remember, $200,000 given to a charity in secret, we can certainly proceed with a back and forth on how to best proceed. And so if you give us $200,000 in secret to this charity fund here that we have so that you can fund it in secret, you can...
You need to stop using your old shower head. Let me tell you this, and this time only. There are better alternatives out there.
Us how to run the study. And remember, this would be one study. One. Even if it works in one study, is that enough? Hey, we just posted the first ever study on creatine. There's one study. It says that it worked. Would that be enough to convince you? Or did you not have to wait for a meta-analysis combining hundreds, if not thousands of trials? And so how many studies would I have to fund? $200,000 a pop times, let's say 10. Would that be enough? And what do you think would then happen? All the other companies who are not selling the Ajuga turkestanica, they're selling the copycat plant from China, well, they don't have to pay for the study. And why do you think that is? Why do you think that Antonio is not requesting Gorilla Mind, for example, to fund a study? Because they don't have the product. They don't have the friggin' Ajuga turkestanica from Uzbekistan. And what happens when you don't fund them in secret?
What is he talking about? They don't have this stuff on Turkesterone or whatever, Turkesterone or whatever the fuck, Jukistana from this country, Turkestan or whatever. But no, man, what is Greg talking about?
They post this bullshit study. You know it's bullshit. An in-body tap.
It is. It's bullshit. It doesn't build muscle, okay? It doesn't build myofibulars, no tablets, no steroid, no tablets, nothing. Could magically build a myofibular out of thin air, bro. Get it?
And a grip strength on a month, one pill a day. And so in that email with Steve, he acknowledges he put out a pilot study that is flawed. And he said, yeah, in the future, obviously, we would know that you need to use a homogeneous population. I don't want to explain the science, but you get it. You know it's incorrect. And so Steve asked to get the data. Want to get the data so that I can run the numbers. Refused. And you're thinking, yeah, but that's normal. No, in the research community, that is not normal. It would be like seeing somebody drowning. They're out there in the water and they're drowning. Throw me a buoy. And bro has a buoy. My friend is drowning. Hey, pass me the buoy. I'm throwing it to my friend. No, but if you were a coworker and you were funding my study, I would do it. Hey, bro's gonna drown. Give it to me. No, any normal human being in the research community would give the data. And so what do you think is going on? Do you think he maybe, just maybe, has a personal vendetta against editor Steve, Coach Greg, HLT Supplements for pointing out that his previous study was bullshit? We proved it with the receipt. Now, thankfully, people commenting on this video, they actually make some sense. And so let's see.
I don't understand Greg at all, man. He's just screaming and ranting in this video. It cannot build a muscle, man. I just popped this up. I haven't even watched this the first time. He's ranting and raving and screaming about some crazy magic pill that has the magic powers to build magic myofibrils, contractile proteins out of thin air. What
other people think of this study. Don't take my word for it. I mean, I'm biased, right? I mean, I own the company. What about people who are impartial? I am not defending the supplement, but I have to say this study was horribly done. Horribly. Horrible. That's not good. I teach at a university and have many published papers. Bro knows what he's doing. So I have a little understanding on how a good paper should be. With only one pill and only 4 weeks, it seems that the author was trying to prove it doesn't work. That's how I took it. This study was so poorly flawed, so poor design, that it couldn't help but fail. I don't know. Glad to see actual study starting, but this one is just bad. This is worse than doing a study. This is...
Oh my God. Wait, how long could this video? 14 minutes of ranting and raving about a study. He really needs money desperate. He's desperate for money.
regressing humanity. Also, testing body comp with an in-body scan, which are notoriously inaccurate. Crap study. Without a dose response and a reasonable study length, this data means nothing.
Are people brain dead out there? There's no magic pill that's going to build you a muscle, okay? And steroids are cosmetic, okay? You have to keep taking them to pretend to get it, to fake it, to pretend you have muscles, to pretend you have strength and muscles. You have to keep injecting it, okay, man? You understand? Yeah. Now, this turkesterone bullshit, it's fake, okay? Don't waste your money, man. Supplements do not build muscles. If turkesterone worked like a steroid, it would be banned already by WADA. It would be banned by the FDA or whatever, okay? Don't be stupid, okay?
You can take low-dose testosterone for 4 weeks and show zero results as well. Absolutely. And so you guys actually think that this kind of shit can stop me?
No turkesterone no supplement can build a myofibrillar. Not even steroids, man. This is stupid.
Really? I sold out of Turk yet again. I can barely keep it in stock. And why? Because people keep rebuying it. I got 10,000.
Yeah, because there's a lot of desperate, dumb, stupid people out there. That's why they buy it. You understand me? And then they learn the hard way. That doesn't build a myofibrillar. You actually have to put in the real work. You actually have to damage your muscles to build myofibrillars. I'm sorry, man. If you don't like it, don't do it. And you're not doing it anyways, all of you, because you people out there are dumb, okay? You're all adapted to your exercises. You don't even know what you're doing, ass cheek squeezing in the gym.
People on the wait list. As soon as the Turk comes back in, they get a message. Hey, it's back in stock, and they flock to it. They want to buy it yet again. Why? Because 80% of people, they're noticing it. Have you not seen...
Oh, yeah, okay. Whatever, man. Well, this is really crazy.
The testimonials, and if it doesn't work, oh, not everyone's going to notice it work. Money back guarantee and a $20 gift card. Do you see? I need guys like Ed or Steve who've spent their entire lives doing these things, designing the studies, getting the proper data, knowing how to analyze. You can't just read a headline. Oh, study says it doesn't work. Are you kidding? Jose Antonio, you should be ashamed of yourself. And so,
my God, you should be ashamed of yourself, yes. For putting out the truth that supplements don't build muscles. Okay.
If you claim that all you care about is science, how dare you? If all you care about is science, you wouldn't report bullshit studies that set us...
I'll tell you something. If there was a magic pill that could literally build you myofibrillars, these sarcomeres in parallel and in series, without having to actually put in the work and get an adaptation and muscle damage and keep building them, man, that person would be a multi-billion, zillion, gazillionaire. Trust me.
Back. This sets us back. There are also several more emails if I have to go and post those as well. And so if you want real Ajuga turkestatica with actual turkesterone, remember,
if you want real Jugostana with real turkesterone, buy my magic pill. It'll turn you into this guy, Jesus Christ.
Been proven, vindicated. We're not selling snake oil.
Thankfully, there are people like you guys, like Nootropics Depot and labs as well, that really do stand behind their work.
And so I read a comment.
Who the hell is she?
Oh, but you guys are still selling it for $70 a bottle, even though it's now cheaper. Do you know how much money I've given to Uzbekistan to help in...
I love this one. You know how much money I've given to Uzbekistan? I don't know. How much have you given to Uzbekistan money? How much have you give the country?
In fact, to do this, and yet...
Oh, you give it to the country to do this study? What? For what?
You are saying that I am ripping you off when I'm the only company that I know of that's selling you what you're supposed to be getting. When people are lining up to buy a product because they know that it works, while everyone else...
Steroids don't build muscles, and this turkesterone doesn't build muscles either. Get it, bro? See what I mean? I don't know. That's why when you go off, that blokeness and that fatness and whatever you got there all goes away. And even if it gives you some strength, binds with the Receptor giving you some strength, goes away too. The fake strength, bro. The fake strength and the fake muscles or whatever, the fake bloatness.
That's right. Everyone else is selling snake oil. Then don't you see that the price makes sense? And so if you
know how many people come off the drugs eventually and they're so depressed, man, their endocrine system is shot. They have no testicles left. They're completely destroyed. There's so many people I knew from like the 90s, the 80s, 90s, whatever. In the millennium too, man. They're all off the drugs and they're like, man, they look like, I can't even recognize them. I can't even recognize them. They look like anorexic people walking around. They're so weak, anorexic. They're just completely destroyed.
want to buy it, you don't have to. And if you want to try it and you think, oh, maybe there's a chance it's legal, maybe there's a chance Coach Greg lied. How could we lie? We've proven it 3 times over.
How can we lie? We've proven it 3 times over. Yeah.
For independent testing, we have proven it. And if it doesn't work for you,
sure, like there's a magic pill, you're going to live forever and all this kind of stuff. Sure, yeah. It's going to reverse aging. Yeah.
Money back guarantee and a $20 gift card. How many people sell a product, they give you your money back if you don't even notice it? Just because you didn't notice it doesn't mean it doesn't work. 50% of people surveyed said they don't notice creatine. 50%, yet it's the #1 supplement in the world. Turk Builder Max is...
It's fake.
It's far better. It's way better than creatine.
It's fake.
How many of you get your money back on creatine? I
like this one. It's way better than creatine. What does creatine do? Fill up your muscles with 5 pounds of water. That's all it does. Yeah. I mean, it's an amino acid. But you're not using the whole sequence. They had just picked out 3 of these amino acids that are going to do something specific, like fill your muscles up with water. See what I mean?
If you don't notice it working. I rest my case. And until next time, I am out.
Yeah, until you see it's not working. It's not working because when you go off of it, whatever, it doesn't build anything because whatever's there will go away. You understand me? It's just some fluid or some fake stuff. The fake stuff will go away. Just like Greg, he's gonna go away because he's fake. Stop watching him. Stop going there, man. You understand me? No. I'm just joking. You keep watching him. Enjoy. I like people that fail. They love to revel in failure. He's got 2.2 million slaves that he has, gym lifting slaves that he has recruited, or should I say, enslaved to his channel, the subscribership. Yeah, there's a lot of them out there. Look at Sam. He's got like over 4-point-something million slaves too. He's enslaved. This is another crazy guy too. This is nuts, man. See you in the next one. Ciao.